Okay, so this is a message for One Nation and United Australia Party. It's okay to jump on the bandwagon of protesters, and as it stands at the moment, it's like 1 million people protesting around Australia against mandatory jabs, no jab, no job, and things like that. And I back that 100%. I'm pro-choice, 100%. But the people that I talk to, and I'm trying to encourage to vote for one of your parties, and get rid of the two major parties that just do whatever they want when they want, including passing unconstitutional laws, rules, and regulations. There's one big picture. You'll get so many votes, for attending rallies and saying what we want to hear and all things like that. But the biggest problem I see, and that I hear through the community, and I do talk to a lot of people, basically is that what have they got to offer, like One Nation or United Australia Party, what have they got to offer when it comes to running a country? Because the country's a business. It's the biggest business in Australia is actually running Australia. Like you see Clive Palmer and that putting out requests for people that want to run for Parliament to contact the office, and they'll vet them and they'll try and find good candidates. But what you need to do is come up with a plan to run Australia. Like, just say you got into office, say One Nation got into office, who would they have for the Minister of Defence? He'd be the Treasurer. He'd be, the Minister of Immigration. Basically, the Health Minister. Basically, every minister's got a job, and they've got to be good at it, and they've got to be qualified for it. So my advice to you is, and I really want to see one of these parties get in and get rid of Liberals and the Labor, because they're both crooks. They do whatever they want whenever they want. They don't follow the Constitution. And talking about Labor, when Labor first got started up as a political party, the first thing that they said was that they would introduce a Bill of Rights into Parliament so that the people of Australia would be protected from politicians and rules and laws and regulations, like things like free speech and the right to defend yourself and things like that. The High Court this year, a bloke took his boss to work about free speech, and the ruling came out that there's no such thing as free speech under the law in Australia. So he lost that case, which is a shame, because we should be able to say what we want and what we feel. But technically we can't. And it's just a shame. So who have you got that can run Australia? Like, okay, you get Pauline Hanson's Prime Minister. I'm happy with that, 100%. But who's the team? Who's going to make sure that the right people are getting immigrated into Australia? You know what I mean? Like, who's going to make sure that there's enough capital in the Treasury to run Australia? Like Centrelink, healthcare, things like that. What you need to do is you need to put in people and recruit people that are experts in those fields that want to run for Parliament with you. And you know what? I think if you do that, one is to get in, or you can put your bullshit aside and maybe send preferences to each other and not to Liberals or Labors. So if you want to get in the office, and I can tell you now, you're not going to get into it, especially United Australia Party's down there going freedom of choice, freedom this, freedom that, freedom this. That's fine. You get all these people that want freedom joining you, and all these people wanting to vote for you, but it's not enough. It's nowhere near enough people. The majority of people that want to vote for you won't, because there's no game plan of how to run Australia, how you would do it, who you got that can help you do it so that it's successful, and so that everyone in Australia benefits from, you being in power. So it's just something to think of. I don't mean to have a dig at you. I'm not trying to have a dig at you. I'm actually trying to get your foot across the line so that we can say goodbye to the Liberal National Party and Labor. And basically that's what I feel about it, and that's the feedback that I get from talking to lots of people. So hopefully this gets to you, and hopefully we get a reply back from one of those parties. Have a good day, guys.